There is a distinct difference between law, which is founded on the laws of nature, nature's God, and rules and regulations. Rules and regulations ignore those restrictions. They make up their own, and as results, they enslave the people, they rob the people, they belittle the people, they destroy the people. That is what we have in America today. Our rulers, who are pagans, have destroyed the Constitution. It didn't start with this group. This has been ongoing. This has been ongoing. And another episode, I'll probably give some illumination on what was said and when, because this is an old problem. Ever since America was created, the bad guys have wanted to destroy us or control us. We'll talk about that in the future. Now, and when you tell them, they're like the people of Amaniah. Hey, this is all wrong. Oh, you're reviling against our laws, which are just, and our judges whom we have selected. They do that because they are themselves are blinded. They grew up with these false traditions. Their parents had these false traditions. Their grandparents, their state presidents, their bishops, their friends, their neighbors, they've been groomed ever since they were born. Everything revolves around the first commandment. Have no other God before me. All the other commandments illuminated. George Washington, of all the dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity and religion and morality are indispensable supports. In vain would that man claim tribute of patriotism who should labor to subvert these great pillars of human happiness, these finest props of the duties of men and citizens. The mere politician, equally with the pious man, ought to respect and cherish them. A volume cannot trace all their connections with private and public felicity. Let it simply be asked, where is the security for property, for reputation, for life? If the sense of religious obligation desert the oaths, which are the instruments of investigation in courts of justice. And let us with caution indulge the supposition that morality can be maintained without religion. Whatever may be conceded to the influence of refined educational minds of peculiar construct, reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principle. The only religion to which he was referring was the Christian religion. That was the religion of the people and the government back then, of our founders. 1830, Alexis de Tocqueville is touring America, Frenchman. He wrote a book, a wonderful tome, Democracy in America. This is what he said. George Washington's comments were from his farewell address. Upon my arrival in the United States, the religious aspect of the country was the first thing that struck my attention, and the longer I stayed there, the more I perceived the great political consequences resulting from this new state of things. In France, I had almost always seen the spirit of religion, the spirit of freedom, marching in opposite directions. But in America, I found they were intimately united and that they reigned in common over the same country. What was the difference? Difference was this. In Europe, the monarchy was a top-down, you get everything you have from us, and their religion was top-down, you get everything from us. It primarily came from the Church of England or the Catholic Church. You get everything from the Pope, everything from the bishop. But in America, that wasn't the case. We did not have a state religion, not Baptist or Presbyterian or Lutheran. It was Christianity that allowed all sects to come and join because it was founded on the 10 Commandments. James Madison. The belief in God, all powerful, wise, and good, is so essential to the moral order of the world, to the happiness of man, that arguments which enforce it cannot be drawn from too many sources. Even Steve Forbes. We are learning the hard way that a self-governing nation must consist of self-governing individuals. George Washington. It is impossible to account for the creation of the universe without the agency of a supreme being. Thomas Jefferson. Can the liberty of the nation be secure when we remove their only firm basis? A conviction in the minds of the people that these liberties are a gift from God. Ooh, I thought he was a deist. Duh, duh, duh. He wrote a book, Life and Morals of Jesus Christ. He read it every night. These were just the moral teachings of Jesus. Scores of years later, one of his grandsons, who was a member of the Congress, found that book, published it, and for 50 years, it was issued to every new congressman here in America. The Life and Morals of Jesus Christ. I've read it. You ought to buy it and read it. Go to Dave Barton, Wall Builders. Folks, these people were serious Christians. Our Christians today, quote unquote, are mere pygmies compared to the Christians that founded this nation, in my estimation, of course. John Adams, we have no government armed with power capable of contending with human passions unbridled by morality and religion. Adverse ambition, revenge, gallantry would break the strongest cords of our Constitution. As a whale goes through a net, our Constitution was made only for moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate for the government of any others. Therefore, if you want to destroy America, what do you destroy first? Morality and religion. Wow. Wait. Joseph Stalin said that. Joseph Stalin, the communist mass murderer of over 100 million people, Joseph Stalin says America's healthy with its religious life, its patriotism, and its moral life. If we undermine these three, it will fall into our hands. Their commissioner of education about religion says, we hate Christians and Christianity. Even the best of them must be considered our worst enemies. Christian love is an obstacle to development of the revolution. Therefore, we divide people into black and white, haves and not haves, male and female, who knows what, and everybody else. We divide people. We divide them. Right-wing extremists, communists. Yeah, we divide people. Down with love of one's neighbor. What we want is hate. Only then we'll conquer the universe. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? Going further, in Alinsky's rules for radicals number 7, remove the belief in God from government and schools. Also found in the Documents of Destruction, page 18 to 32. Infiltrate the churches was a goal back in Stalin's day, but it's no longer a goal, it's been achieved. Infiltrate the churches, replace revealed religion with social religion. Discredit the Bible and emphasize the need for intellectual maturity, which does not need a religious crutch. Eliminate prayer any phase of religious expression in the schools on the ground that it violates the principle of church and state. Makes you wonder who control America. Well, friends, I don't wonder. Have yourself a good day, and we'll discuss more of the biblical law when we get back.